everyone. I'm Amber Belmar. I'm the Truth Healing and Reconciliation Initiative Programming Coordinator. It's a mouthful.
And I'm Erin Horvath, the Social Justice Lead.
In regards to our 8th principle, we have been invited and asked to facilitate 4 forums discussing dismantling racism and decolonizing within yourself and in this institution through a radically inclusive lens. And so before you show up to these forums, we really want to make sure that you come prepared and ready to be in the space that we have been asked to create for you to go through this process. So, hi, Erin.
Hi, Amber.
How are you?
Never been better.
Yeah.
Looking forward to these sessions.
Yeah.
These are going to be great.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, people who are clicking on this video probably already have a little bit of an understanding of what's happening, but we just wanted to make sure that we're all showing up on this on the same page, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and part of that same page is then understanding that we are accepting that invitation, that we recognize as Unitarians that we have a lot of work to do to dismantle racism and colonialism and other forms of exclusion. And so then these sessions are a spot for us to do that internal work, to understand what that means, what's coming up for us.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the things that we are going to be going through, you're going to, if you're watching now and you continue watching, you will be watching us in conversation, chit-chatting, maybe fumbling on some of our, our process and learning. But we'll also, we're going to go through a few topics. We're going to talk about what these sessions are, what they are not. We're going to talk about the responsibility covenant, which is a foundational tool that we are encouraging every member to look at in terms of how they would like to move forward in a community that is actively engaged in dismantling racism. We want to talk about the assumptions that we're stepping into this space with and into the future with. We're going to be talking about the graphic design that you might be seeing around. It's a chalice and all the many parts of the chalice. We want to talk about that as our bundle and where that came from, that concept, and how we encourage you to use it. We will be talking about a document that we also think is very valuable about white supremacy cultural characteristics and what a new ideas adoption curve looks like and how these things apply to us in this particular conversation of dismantling racism.
Right. And we really want you to take a look, whether you're joining us for the first session or third session or all sessions. We really would like everybody to commit to understanding and watching this video. Now, if you come and you haven't done that work, we're asking you to just come and be a silent witness and observer. But not to speak. And the reason for that would be that it's really, really important that we begin to create a culture within our forums and certain characteristics so that the focus can be on that personal growth and the next steps that we need to take individually and collectively to work through whatever it is that we need to work through so that we can turn to our members of color and others who brought forward this, this notion or this idea that says, hey, we really want to belong differently, and we want you to include us by specifically dismantling racism. So we want to be able to take that really seriously. And so we will be expecting that everybody comes with that in mind. And the video will explain more what we mean. So do please take it very seriously, because we will be holding us accountable in the process to some of these understandings.
Yes, in the sessions that we're holding, there will be lots of time for small group, deep sharing and deep listening. And we will be asking questions for us to reflect on as we move through this process. It will be inward focused. after these forums, we will be voting on the 8th principle and whether we will be adopting it or not. So these sessions, these forums that's the place. This is it. This is the last part of the process that we have been asked to facilitate.
And we do hope that people will take the time to come. Creating some of these videos ahead of time means more conversation time when we're together. And that's our intention for doing it, rather than, talking at. We want to talk with each other. So please take a look and then come prepared to have some meaningful, insightful, introspective conversations. Yeah, it's going to be great. Looking forward to it.
Let's get started.
Mm-hmm.